had just out about today enjoying a beautiful sunny Wednesday here in Little Italy. So today I'm actually sitting in the Piazza de Famiglia. Check it out. Hopefully that sun isn't too bright. They're just packing up. Farmers market was happening a little bit earlier today, so they're setting out the chairs and tables for everybody. But for this video, I wanted to make something very clear. I love living in San Diego, and I think for the most part, most people who live here as well probably feel pretty similar or pretty much the same way. So that being said, in my opinion, it's probably a tiny handful of things I could probably do without. All right, what's up everyone? If you're new here, I'm gonna be your man, Wesley Guest, and I make videos all about things San Diego. So if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel because there's a pretty good chance I'll be covering something that you are interested in if I haven't already.
I'm listening.
And if you want to buy or sell real estate here in San Diego, reach out because I'm a full-time real estate agent and I've helped hundreds of people throughout the entire San Diego County. There's a pretty good chance I can help you. Worst thing number one that isn't so great about San Diego and has been receiving a ton of press and news coverage pretty much all year is the fact that living in San Diego doesn't come cheap. In fact, besides Phoenix, Arizona, San Diego actually had the second highest home appreciation rate of any city throughout the entire nation for 2021. Clocking in at just over 27%. With no signs of a price decrease in sight. Renting doesn't present a much better picture. In fact, rents are up over 19% versus the same time last year as well. To buy a home in San Diego, the median home price, not the average, but the median home price is hovering right around $860,000. The average rent in San Diego right now for like a comparable house to that $860,000 median price point will run you about $4,395 per month. San Diego is an awesome place to live, but unfortunately, the real estate prices for buying a house or renting reflect this. So number two is going to be a pretty big one. It's going to be where you are living in relation to the threat or increasing threat of California wildfires. Here's the problem. So wildfires are not going away anytime soon, and in fact, they seem to be getting worse. Outside of the safety factor in surviving a wildfire, the next biggest concern for most of us is going to be the financial aspect. Many major insurance carriers are now denying or even dropping clients in higher severe wildfire zones. Even if you find an insurance carrier, your insurance premiums can be significantly higher just because you're in a more hazardous or dangerous San Diego fire zone. Keep wildfire locations and zones in mind as you search for your new house. Are you living in a severe wildfire zone? You definitely need to be aware and be sure. All right, so we're still in Little Italy. Now we're at the Piazza de Barcelona. So another cool thing to check out. But thing number three is going to be homelessness. This is probably one of the most talked about issues as of late. And I think when it comes to homelessness, there are a couple primary issues that concern people the most. First is going to be the humanity side of this issue. So it's really tough to see and watch people down on their luck, especially experiencing this like on a daily basis, let alone to be homeless. I can't even imagine. The other issues that go along with this are going to be like the cleanliness and the safety concerns. So, I mean, it's a legit concern. There are certain areas of San Diego that have a much more prevalent population of homeless than others. By far, you're probably going to see more homeless encampments and communities in downtown San Diego, and more specifically in the east, or on the east side of like East Village around 15th, 16th, and especially 17th Avenue. It's just part of living in the city. I live with it. I don't think it's a huge deal to live with or to be around. Statistically, the numbers of homeless have grown in San Diego, but I don't think I feel it as much of a difference than say like 7 or 8 years ago. So when I first moved to the city, at least, feels about the same to me. All right, so next on my list is going to be sports. So this is a tough one for San Diego. When the few sports teams are doing well, San Diego does get behind them. But that being said, We have pretty much the San Diego Padres at Petco Park, and that's about it. Playoffs or not, so San Diego Padre games are always a ton of fun, but we don't have all the other sports teams like all the other major cities. We lost to San Diego Chargers. I mean, no big shocker there, right? I personally think the Muppets would do a better job with team ownership. We don't have an NBA team, at least anymore. Did you know that? The Los Angeles Clippers used to be the San Diego Clippers. We don't have an NHL team. We do have the Gulls, which is like an AHL team, but which is an awesome experience. Highly recommended. Gulls games are a ton of fun. And keep an eye on the San Diego State football team. It's going to have a brand new football stadium opening next year called Snapdragon Stadium. It's perfectly sized for San Diego State football games and the crowds. So it's going to be something to check out for sure. I cannot wait. The stadium is going to be like world class. We don't have all the sports that other cities might have, but what we do have is pretty solid. Cars, parking lot with cars, cars down the street, parking lot, more cars. The reality is here in San Diego, you pretty much need a car. So public transportation might work for a small minority of people, but the vast majority of us, we're driving cars, or we have at least access to a car. San Diego is extremely spread out, and owning a car is pretty much an absolute must. There are a few locations and neighborhoods that the trolley services and might be feasible to use for like commuting, but it doesn't work for the vast majority of us. There's also a commuter train, the Coaster or the Sprinter, that runs north and south in San Diego, but most commuters are still using their own car, which leads to some pretty serious rush hour traffic. Those are a few of the worst things about San Diego, at least in my opinion. Overall, San Diego is an awesome place. So my thoughts are, if this is the worst, life could be a lot worse. So don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button if you found this content useful or entertaining. Publishing videos at least once a week, trying to get up to a little bit more, working on it. If you're looking for your next video, check this one out. I think you're gonna like it. Have an amazing day, and I will see you on the next one.